Come on, push it. Wow, this curve is getting tighter by the second. Oh boy, it is scraping right here, folks. Right up against the edge. Oh, it is not making it up. The truck just lost all its momentum and completely stalled out. Wow, just wow. Look at these cars. When they reach this curve and dive right into this exact spot, it is absolutely a death wish, ladies and gentlemen. Right there, look at that. See it? When this massive rig takes the turn, those rear wheels basically swallow the entire road. Yikes! All right, the heavy machinery has graciously decided to play nice and yield the lane, so this tiny little car can go first. Navigating these hairpin turns requires absolute commitment. If you hesitate and play a guessing game, you are just asking for a disaster. Hey motorcycles, back it up! Put those bikes in reverse, right now! Check out this brand new ride. Just the other day, there was a truck that we pushed and pushed, but it refused to climb. It totally bottomed out. We had to shove wooden blocks under it just to get it moving. And then the tank got all messed up. Put a wedge in there so it tilts over. Do you not know how this works? It is still stuck. Loosen another bolt. Hand me the invoice, my man. 33,000 pounds of cargo. All right, let us roll. Now that the brilliant roadside rescue is complete, the truck resumes its epic voyage. And here we are at the next glorious curve. Judging by the looks of it, this cargo is not exactly breaking any weight records. It is just ridiculously bulky. Now brace yourselves for the next corner this beast has to conquer. Today, the weather on the mountain pass is actually quite stunning. Visibility is crystal clear. Sure, there is a little bit of fog, but nothing to cry about.
Hành trình và đây là vị trí khúc cua tiếp theo. Tuyến hàng này thì theo mình quan sát thấy thì cũng không có gì là nặng lắm, nó chỉ cồng kềnh thôi.
Come on, push through. Wow, the curve is magically shrinking again. Oh man, it is rubbing right here, guys. Snug as a bug. And nope, it is not climbing. The rig lost all its momentum again and just gave up on life. Turn the wheel all the way. Thank heavens it finally escaped that dreadful corner. Today is the absolute first time I have ever seen this heavy-duty model gracefully fail. It seems the low bed trailer was extended, making it impossibly long and turning this curve into a tightrope walk while going uphill. The rig is now tackling an 8% grade. As you can plainly see, the truck is practically sprinting. Since it is cruising uphill this fast, it is a safe bet that the cargo is light as a feather. There is another sharp hairpin waiting up ahead. Let us all pray this oversized chariot squeezes through that corner to put an end to this uphill mountain climbing saga. There is a sharp turn right here, and the truck will now gracefully glide toward its next challenge. And the thrilling uphill cornering marathon continues. Just one more curve, and the truck gets the privilege of tackling an even sharper, vastly more miserable bend. This afternoon on High Van Pass, the weather is quite chilly. However, the visibility remains fantastic because the cloud cover kindly decided not to ruin our day. We are about to hit the next incline, the absolute final slope before reaching the glorious summit. From the bottom of the hill, you can clearly hear the engine screaming for its life. The truck is gearing up to conquer this curve. And here we are. The master driver has arrived at the next position. One last corner to finally end this uphill battle. That trailer is comically long. Oh, look at that wheel spin. We have hit another minor little tragedy right here. Up you go. Finally, the beast has escaped this treacherous bend. The driver is now backing up to disengage the differential lock, folks. That last stretch was a nightmare, so they had to lock the axles. This is the majestic curve right at the peak. So, our champion is finally approaching the summit, officially concluding the uphill climbing torture. And now, the truck gets to embark on a thrilling new adventure, the downhill plunge. Today, the top of High Van Pass is practically a ghost town. And here we go. The truck is now descending its very first corner. This also happens to be the most scenic curve on the entire pass. The driver is apparently showing mercy, letting that motorcycle pass first before swinging comically wide to navigate this drop. For those of you driving mountain passes, when you meet these giant behemoths at a corner, just be brave and swerve to the left to get past them. If the coast is clear, just go. Do not try to block their path or cut them off, because that is a spectacular way to risk your life. Massive rigs like this absolutely have to swing incredibly wide to make it down. Just look at it. The front cab is way over here, but the tail end is practically in a different area code. So, to all the mountain drivers out there, pay attention and yield to these giants. Look down below. A couple of tourist buses have been forced to stop and bow down to let this mighty truck pass first. The road here is ridiculously narrow. If you are driving up this pass and choose to be clueless about yielding, you are asking for trouble. All right, continuing our joyful descent down more curves. This spot features some beautifully winding serpentine curves. Way up there, you can still catch a glimpse of the summit. Wow, look at this. There is a tourist bus clawing its way up, magically making this narrow road even narrower. This is one of the tightest corners on the map. The truck is endlessly long, so meeting oncoming traffic is just a recipe for pure chaos. Boom! The truck has successfully survived this spot. The thrilling downhill drop continues. Here is a very familiar landmark, a spot every young tourist knows when they visit Haivan Pass. This is the legendary Lonely Pine Tree area. However, my keen eyes have noticed that this poor tree is completely dead and has lost all its needles. This section features a wonderfully tight curve. I am going to follow right behind this truck to see if those massive trailer wheels plummet straight into the drainage ditch. This is a severe hairpin, and the road is incredibly skinny. The truck had to swing entirely into the oncoming lane. This right here is the skinniest bottleneck of them all. See that? Even with the steering wheel locked all the way, the rear wheels still completely failed and slipped right into the ditch. Brilliant. Now I will head up to the next curve to keep reviewing this masterpiece of driving. Wow! The driver is now guiding this monster down to the absolute final curves, right at the bottom of the pass on the Da Nang side. Look at this, an army of clueless motorcycles driving directly into the blind spot. Oh my goodness. Yikes! Just look at that brilliant survival instinct. And perhaps as we wrap up this heart-pounding segment, I will go ahead and end the video right here, folks. If you miraculously enjoyed this chaotic footage, leave a like, share it with your friends, and do not forget to smash that subscribe button to support my suffering. For now, it is time to say goodbye. Catch you all in the next chaotic episode. Bye-bye. I honestly cannot comprehend the pure logic behind why that motorcycle desperately tried to squeeze into that exact spot. When navigating a curve, those spots are completely hidden from sight, otherwise known as blind spots. It is insanely dangerous. With ridiculously long trucks like this taking a corner, it is nearly impossible for the driver to monitor those fatal blind areas. And at this location, we are blessed with yet another curve where the road surface is practically non-existent. I am going to tail it so you can all watch the spectacular trailer wheels in action. The road here is amazingly tight. Wow, any vehicle approaching this curve and entering this exact spot is just asking to be crushed. Right there, look. See that? As it turns, those trailer wheels squeeze the life out of this corner. Oh boy, wow. Those two motorcycles really should not try to pass here. Oh heavens. Here is yet another ridiculously sharp curve right at the bottom of the pass. Come on up. Move it, buddy, get up there. These are the magnificent final turns of our downhill plunge. The driver is desperately trying to slow down to let the uphill cars pass first. However, these brilliant passenger cars just insist on tailgating right behind the trailer. Look at that. A compact crossover down there was planning to climb, but the curve just magically shrank to nothing. Passenger car, go ahead. The heavy machinery has graciously yielded the road to let this tiny car proceed. When taking corners like this, if you lack decisiveness and just hover around, you are an absolute hazard to society. Look at that. The truck had to crank the steering wheel completely into the opposite lane just to squeeze by. Hey, motorcycles, back up. Put those bikes in reverse. The sharper the turn, the more the inside of the curve gets choked out. It might look wide open to you, but there is absolutely zero room to squeeze in there, folks.